story, Rachel. What's happened?
I had a minor gynae procedure,
Yeah.
and under general anaesthetic I had a spinal clot,
Right.
and it's wiped out my bowel. So I have a stoma, I have a
Yeah.
bag for my bowel, I have a bag for my bladder. I had a hysterectomy. I've got no sexual sensation either, and chronic pelvic pain. So the next stage is to remove my bladder because I can't keep the catheters in. But as a problem of having the catheters, I'm antibiotic resistant. So I've now got 2 bugs that they're
Right.
struggling to treat, and I'm exhausted, and it's all happened to me about the last
Okay.
3
Okay.
years.
Right.
And I'm quite stoic, but I'm finding it.
And this was a minor gynecological procedure that
Yeah.
kicked all this off.
Yeah.
So who are you suing?
Game of Thrones would say Sue.
Okay. All right. I'm a great believer is if you've got a health battle, you don't want to fight the health battle. You don't want to get yourself into that. You deal with it. You just do what you need to do to get yourself well. I've also come through a lot of medical misadventures that really somebody needs to be sued because there are doctors that shouldn't be practicing, and if nobody ever complains, they do more harm to other people. It could be an accident. It could have been.
Could be the one in however many million when you sign on the dotted line.
It could be, but we don't know, do we? We don't know. And I'm from New Zealand, so I know what happens more in New Zealand than the UK. In America, it's completely ambulance chasing. I think that's wrong. But at the same time, where things do go wrong, there should be some kind of investigation.
Yeah.
Because this is a really bad story, isn't it?
Yeah.
Right. If I was in New Zealand, I'd have TV3 cameras in on this to say, look, let's find out what happened here. Not to do a witch hunt, but to understand how could a simple gynecological procedure how can you end up here? Because that don't make sense to me. Yeah.
That's almost too much, though. Does that make sense?
Yeah. And you're
To me,
just
it's
needing
yeah,
to
I
just
need
to get yourself well.
Yeah.
And that's probably all you've got energy to do.
Mm.
Yeah. It's just, I'm talking, it's me, but I see things and I think, oh, really? Don't get me started on vaccines. Oh. Right. Right, so I'm coming over here. We have to turn the camera off when I talk about vaccines. Right.
I'd like to keep it.
I'd like to keep my bladder. Bladder,
As long as
okay.
possible. I don't
Cool.
really want to.
And how about we get sensation back and pelvis not to be in
With the pain.
That would be good, right? So the surgeons, depends which surgeon I use, but the usual surgeon that I use is Dr. Augusto de Almeida. His first priority is pain. There's another one I could use, that would be sexual feeling. We're not using you. I said, look. He can come in later now. All right, so we're going to work on the pain first and retaining the bladder. So it's to do with the infection and yeah, okay. Right, now, okay, so Dr. Augusto is the main surgeon that works through me, and he's the one that I've invited to work. And what's your name again?
It's Rachel.
Rachel, cool. So I'm asking for healing for Rachel in accordance with God's will. God bless. Okay, while I'm doing this healing on Rachel, it's another opportunity for you guys also to receive healing. 17 guides, we might as well work them to the max. So what we're going to do is we're going to do a group healing, and to set up a group healing I use 2 prayers, the Lord's Prayer and the Hail Mary. That's so that everybody has a level of spiritual protection. Then I will invite the entities in to start working with you. Your job is to think of something that you'd like fixing. If you can place your hand there comfortably, put your hand there. If there's more than one thing, if it would be embarrassing to put your hand there, put your hand on your heart, on your physical heart, just to the left of your chest in case you don't know where your heart is. Right, so let's just close our eyes, arms and legs not crossed, and we're going to use the 2 prayers. If you know them and want to join in, please do. I always start with the Lord's Prayer. This is divine masculine protection. Our Father, who art in heaven, hallowed be thy name. Thy kingdom come, thy will be done, on earth as it is in heaven. Give us this day our daily bread, and forgive us our trespasses, as we forgive those who trespass against us. Lead us not into temptation, but deliver us from evil. For thine is the kingdom, the power, and the glory, Blessed art thou amongst women, blessed is the fruit of thy womb, Jesus. Holy Mary, Mother of God, pray for us, your children, now and at the hour of our transition. Amen. I invite into this space the entities from the Casa de Dom Ignacio in Brazil. These are the entities that work with John of God in Brazil. The Casa means house, De is of Dom Ignacio, St. Ignatius of Loyola, who founded the Jesuit priests. So St. Ignatius was the commander of an army, and he got wounded in battle, and whilst he was recuperating, he experienced God. Thereafter, he devoted his life to God, recruited his first lieutenant, Jose Penteado, and together they now have a spiritual flange of 2,000 or so spirit world beings that are working in accordance with the will of God. And so what happened for me about 10 years ago, I was on television, I got 4 best-selling books, TV series in New Zealand, went to see John of God, got my wrist slapped. I was told you have no discernment. I was working for whichever spirit asked me to work with them, and they said, no, you really do need to learn discernment. They said, if a stranger knocked on your door in the dead of night and said, come with us, we've got an emergency, would you go? And I said, no, of course I wouldn't. I've got kids, 6 and 4. I wasn't going to just leave my kids. But they said, well, that's what you've been doing for spirit. And within spirit dimensions, there are beings that have personal agendas, just like you or I may do, and beings who are aligned with the will of God. And so from that point onwards, I made a commitment to work only with those spirits who are aligned with the will of God, that are working for a bigger, we're fulfilling, if you like, divine plan here on the physical plane, helping people awaken and helping people tap into who they truly are, freeing them from limiting mindsets, old beliefs, and old hurts and old pains that can be simply released. So, allow yourself to receive now. Let yourself notice how that right hand feels. It's either on the part of the body that needs healing or on your physical heart. And the entities are going to be working amongst you, at least 17 of them. I think there's more than 17 actually tonight. And they're going to be doing whatever it is they need to do to help you heal on all levels, physically, mentally, emotionally, and spiritually. Yourself to release whatever needs to be released. We hold on to so much stuff, stories, ideas, concepts, hurts. Just let yourself release whatever needs to be released now. Allowing yourself to surrender whatever needs to be surrendered. And then start drawing into you from the deepest levels whatever it is you need, whatever love, whatever compassion, tolerance, strength, patience, whatever quality it is you need for this next stage in your journey. You all have amazing guides, teams of beings that are ready to work with you, but you have to turn your awareness to them. It's a free will universe, they can't help you until you start asking, and you need to start turning your awareness to them, which is done by turning your awareness into your heart center in the middle of your chest. And you can ask for their help not only with physical things, with mental things, with business things, relationship stuff. You can ask for their help. in the spiritual dimensions, there are a great many amazing beings. And most people find that through the course of this physical lifetime, they have developed an affinity with somebody. Whether it's Jesus, Mary, Buddha, whether it's a saint, St. Catherine, St. Rita, St. Bridget, St. Francis, maybe somebody else entirely. But as we think of that advanced spiritual being, that higher frequency energy starts to flow through us. And for this particular healing, I'm calling on Saint Teresa. And Saint Teresa died at a very young age. I deserve to be well. Try running that through you. I deserve to be well. I'm committed to becoming more conscious, more awake. I'm committed to finding out who I am and why I'm here. I deserve to be well. A little mantra I use, and I've used it for many years now, is from a book called Hands of Light by Barbara Ann Brennan. I commit myself to the will of God. I give my heart and soul to God. I deserve the best in life, for I serve the best purpose in life. I am a divine manifestation of God. See if that works for you. If there's any words that don't work for you, you can change them temporarily, but it will also indicate where you have a block. I'll say those words again. I commit myself to the will of God. I give my heart and soul to God. I deserve the best in life, for I serve the best purpose in life. I am a divine manifestation of God. When I first worked with those words, I found it really hard, the deserving part, really hard. And that's what the issue is here, is deserving. You deserve healing. And so when I ask St. Teresa to intercede, usually something amazing happens. And any of us can ask for help. All right, where it doesn't work is where you just go, help, 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 because they don't know what you want help with. Help finding a car park, help finding ice for your drink. You've got to be specific. You've got to say, this is what I need, please. It's good to say please. It's really good. Remember please and thank yous. They're very, very good. You don't need to know how it's going to be fixed. That's where most people go wrong. They want to know how. That's the ego. If I hand it over to God, then I mustn't then interfere with it. I mustn't just like, well, I'll just fix it a little bit while I wait for God to fix it. If I'm handing it over to God, having done my best already, and I'll say, right, all right, now you do it, please. And then I've just got to be attentive, and then steps will be shown, and I'll find, oh, I meet the right person. It can be a doctor, it can be a surgeon, it can be a healer, it doesn't matter. It can be that purple powder, it doesn't matter. You just got to be attentive and let that path unfold, and you will be guided.
Feels like I can't breathe.
Feels like you can't breathe. Yeah, cold. The words I received was, it is done. So you and I will need to stay in touch and let me know how things go over the next little while. You felt like you couldn't breathe. can relate to the deservedness, not feeling like I deserve. Yeah, that's your issue. It's gone now. It's been brought into her awareness. It might still need a bit of work shifting it.
Feels very strange.
Feels very strange. Strange in a good way.
Physically very strange.
Physically very strange. That's the nature of my work.
Felt like a very, very heavy weight, like somebody almost standing. That's how I could describe it. Standing.
Mm.
Yeah. Very strange.
And I'm sure everybody else will. We add you to a group, and then we get feedback from people over a period of time to find out what happened. Did it last? And this is going to be a really good one to find out. Yeah.
It's lovely, isn't it?
You're welcome. You're welcome.